Hello everyone, welcome back to Khan Cloud Academy. So let's start with Linux for Professional course. And to whom for this course is anybody who is doing graduation in engineering, computer science, who is willing to work in the Linux administrator or Linux, platform, who is preparing for their DevOps and cloud journey, right? So I always started my video with this one of the quote like, so it's clearly written here, Linux is the open book of code where each line tells a story of innovation, resilience, and the collective wisdom of a community that thrives on shared knowledge. So in unit 2, detecting Linux distribution name and version. Okay. So we almost going to cover near about 7 topics. Okay. And our first topic is detect what Debian-based distribution you are working in. Okay. So as you see here, we have, suppose we are working on the Linux environment and we don't know, where is our, packages, all the distribution is installed or not. So how are you going to check this? So for this, I'm going to terminal, okay, and I have to just execute lsb underscore release space -a and check the result. So it's saying LSB models are not available, or LSB, no LSB model are available, but it's giving me the information about the distribution ID. This is like Ubuntu. Or if you are checking for, Debian kind of thing, so it will give you Debian also. Okay. Or maybe about Red Hat and all. Okay. So you see here the description is showing clearly Ubuntu 22.4.3 LTS. Release date. Code name is Jammy. Okay, so this is how we have to check. Okay, in case you don't have LSB release installed, you may want to try something guessing. For example, there is a file etc/issues that often contains distribution name. So same way for like Ubuntu. Okay. So how are we going to check, the issue file? Okay. So let's try this command cat. Go to the etc folder and check issue. Yeah, this will show you. Don't use file its Debian version because its content do not match distribution name. Okay. One more thing you have to note, this will also work on non-Debian family distribution like Fedora, RHEL, OpenSUSE. Okay. But that LSB release may not be installed. All right. Unit 2.2, detect what system-based distribution you are using. So this method will work on a modern version of architecture, CentOS, CoreOS, Debian, Fedora, Megia, OpenSUSE, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, SUSE Linux Enterprise Servers, Ubuntu, and others. So what is our objective here? We have to check, these are 3 objectives I mentioned, clearly. And so we have to go a little bit dig on, look at etc/OS release. Okay, then we have to check for the furthers. And also this showing this diagram, this is the Linux. You are mostly all the commands are same. Okay. So either you work on SUSE, Ubuntu, Fedora, or Red Hat. This all the Linux flavored, right? What is the focus of mostly this? The users who, I mean, believe in, the cost of licenses. Cost of licenses basically used in majorly in Linux, Red Hat environment. what I know. And most of that are open source. So Linux is very good, if you're going to use about, open source and community editions. Okay, this is all for the users. So let's try some commands, okay, to check. So we go step by step, right? So let's start checking, what is inside cat slash etc slash. So let me hold here, okay? Uh, uh, or maybe cd. Okay, let me directly type this command first. Cat slash etc slash os hyphen release. So it's seeing no such files and directory. I think I put in the wrong command. I have just forgot the space name. Enter. Yeah. Okay. So you see here, it's giving me most of the information, what are the name of this versions. Okay. So this is the basically name of workstation is edition. So I just create here I don't want to change any name. So it's Ubuntu only showing here. You have to get got the version ID 22.4. Okay. And the same way version code name, CP name. Okay. So just you have to go through these things. Okay. Where is got installed or not. So this is how we check, and same way we have to check for our CentOS if you are using or okay. So this is the file documentation on the free desktop website if you go to check. In principle, simply, it is not a system day specific, but it will exist on all system-based distribution. From the bash shell, one can source the etc slash OS releases file and then use the various variable directory. So for this, you can use this, this way. If you check anything like this for the Fedora. So I'm not using Fedora. That's why I'm not running this command. Okay. Let's move to the next slide. Yeah. So detect what RHEL CentOS Fedora distribution you are working in, like Red Hat CentOS. So look at the content of etc slash Red Hat simply and cat. Cat means basically you're going to check what the Red Hat release is there. Okay. So this is how you have to uh, check on the Red Hat side. So this is what about, releases. So so you get the output basically LSB is underscore release hyphen a command, which outputs give you most of the flavor or Fedora. You can say the Fedora distribution, CentOS distribution, or Red Hat distribution. Okay, let's move to the next slide. So you name print information about the current system. So these are the basic commands and how it's work and show you. This is what it's all about. How you're going to print the kernel name, print the network node host name. Okay. So let me first clear this. All right. So uname is the short name of for Unix name. Just type uname in console to get information about your operating system. Right. So if no option is specified, uname assumes that S options, hyphen S options. So if I type uname directly, so Linux. And if I type uname hyphen S, both are the same name. So by default, if you're typing uname, it will take like a uname space hyphen S. Okay. So try to whatever the slides mention all the commands, you can just try and check, what it's omitting, hyphen I hyphen P for all the information unknown. Okay, so if suppose I have to check the kernel name, okay, so kernel name, what is the command for this? Uname hyphen S, okay, and uname, if I'm to check the node name, or you can say the network node host name, so it will hyphen N, client one. This is what my machine name. Okay. Same way if I have to check the kernel release, so uname hyphen R. So it will print the kernel name. So 5.15 now 0 hyphen 91 and generic. Same way if you try uname hyphen V, what it gives, what it prints, the print the current kernel version. Okay. And same way hyphen V uname hyphen space hyphen M, architecture of the machine. The machine hardware name basically. This is a architecture 64. Okay. Same way you have to try with the uname hyphen P. So you will get the information about the processor. Same way uname hyphen I, you will get hardware platform information. All right. What you type hyphen name uname hyphen O, the operating system, GNU Linux. Okay. If you want more about this command using uname hyphen hyphen help, it will give you little bit like this. All the commands, whatever I type right now. So this is how you can check. You don't need to note anything. You just know the shortcuts, learn about how to work. Because in Linux, you're not going to remember all the commands, but practicing you will give you everything handy. Okay. Same way, uh, you can check about uname hyphen hyphen version. So it will give you all the details, copyright, permitted everything. Written by David McKenzie. Okay. So let's move to the next slide. Yeah. Detect basic information about your distro. So how are you going to check? So basic distro I already showed you, just execute a uname hyphen, you will get it. So Linux learning progress, you have to keep, working on this, guys. I don't think it's more than 4 week course. So first week, just introduction. Second week, try to set up you in your local machine, download freeware of softwares in your local machine and try to install it. Use, hypervisor kind of environment. Just suppose I'm using, VMware Fusion or VMware desktop you can use. Okay. So go deep with the learning, just continue with this course, and I will guide you step by step. Fourth week, you are ready to work, even the production environment. So get this kind of confidently to work on it. Okay. So let's execute this command uname hyphen a and see what happened. So uname space hyphen a will give you the information about Linux client generic, your architecture, and this the GNU license. Okay. So if you do not know what system you are using, you may not be able to directly jump to one of the, you know, example, just what I showed you here. Okay. Hence, this may be your first port of call. Okay. So this is what I'm showing on my system. This give me the following information. Okay. While I run this command. So hope you can see the following, the name of my PC, the kernel and architecture, and it's also showing me, this one. I'm running, what kernel and all. Okay. Same way you have to try with your, RHEL and SUSE systems. Okay. Let's move to the next slide. Very interesting. Using GNU Core Utilities and find your Linux OS, both Debian and RPM name and release numbers. Uname-a, it's the very best command, okay? So check the result in your local machine. Same way you have to try with your Ubuntu machine as well, cat, it's, and you have to use star. You see this? And release. Same, it will show you the distribution about it, Ubuntu. Okay. So suppose I have to check the RPM name and release number. Okay. So what is the commands? Cat slash x slash star and your release. Yeah. I already showed you this. Uh, this one. Okay. So guys, thanks for your time and I will see you in my next video. Okay. Please like and subscribe this channel to get more updates and keep learning with me. Enhance your knowledge. Thank you very much.